I'm gonna be quiet for just a few. We'll let some folks check in here. Maybe let's see if we can get some people interested in fixing guitars. Maybe wanting to learn a little something. Yeah, giving this one a good look over. Gonna clean up a little bit here. Oh, where is? Yeah, okay. You can't see it. It's dirty. This thing's got like guck all over it. Hey, what's up, Richard? I can see the chat. I can see somebody commented something there, so that's cool, Richard. I'm hoping that that'll keep happening today. Yeah, there we are. Electro Omega, welcome. I know I'm not looking straight into the camera. I am. I got a couple people here, and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these live streams, and I know right now probably the quality is not phone, so the camera is not so great, and the audio may not be so awesome. But that's going to change likely tomorrow. I'm going to be bringing in my laptop and using a much better camera. So welcome, you guys. Today, I'm going to go ahead and dive in. What I'm doing to give you a flyby here, we have an Epiphone. What is this? Oh man, this is a Epiphone Ej200ce with the tobacco burst finish on it. You can get a good look at this whole instrument. And we'll take a real close look now at what the problem with this instrument is, and that is, believe it or not, low string action. I think you can see that this string action here at the 12th fret is really bad. So meaning it's this what I call splatty, meaning the notes across the fingerboard aren't clear. And the problem is right here. We're going to put a new saddle in it. Obviously, I've done a little bit of looking into this instrument so far. I have a new pre-cut saddle. This is a bone saddle. I will put nothing other than bone. I will use composite materials in some cases. Graphtec, they make some pretty good stuff. But this is a plastic nut that's in this Epiphone Ej200. That's what they use from the factory, near as I can tell. And you know, bone ones have kind of a clinky sound when you drop them, whereas a plastic one will have, you know, surface, and plastic ones will have kind of a splat to them. So let's get you pointed over here in the right direction, and we're gonna start by just getting the strings off of it. I know y'all have done this, seen this done a million times. I want to give a big shout out to Mark Tanner, the Falcro, Texas Jackdaw, Jack Flash, Lori's Mishmash, Metalhead Hippie, yeah. All those folks have been a big help. Jade Star, and LeGrand Stereo and Music. And you guys are probably gonna get introduced to one of the world's finest guitar players again today, who is teaching here at our shop. Let me explain a little bit about our shop while I'm sitting here basically doing mindless work. The shop, we employ 4 people here. We're a shop of 4 people. We are not Guitar Center. Our square footage here, probably right around, let's say 1,200 to 1,500 square feet of floor space. And so we employ 4 people here. Our fearless leader has owned this business for 45 years. It's been in business, and it's been in this location since about 1982. And we may do a walk around the store today, depending on how well my progress is on this. This gentleman is paying me to fix his guitar right. I can't spend a lot of time doing anything but work on this to keep his dollars well spent. Oh boy. Got machine heads on this thing, or not machine heads, bridge pins that are really stuck deep down in there. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna get these strings off of this bad boy. Be careful when you're pulling your strings off so you don't scratch the finish up. I think y'all probably know that. And I'm really grateful to see that this guy didn't tie knots in his guitar strings. Hello, hello.
Did you see David?
I did. David came in and said hello today.
Was he masked?
Was he what?
Was he wearing a mask?
No.
His mom's got going through chemo and he just flew in 6 different countries. So.
Yeah, you may need to do that.
He's living with her now.
Al McLeod.
Let's see, have you heard this one? I
Yes.
did that yesterday.
People want to hear you play, man. There it is. Yeah, okay. You got to pay witness to this. Here he is. Let's see it.
And then there's something. Something.
It's what mode?
I have to.
The scary mode.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good time here. We have to stay busy and we have to stay focused. But part of staying busy and staying happy and staying focused is having fun. So I'm one of the lucky few in our world that gets to work a job with people like that. So I feel very lucky and very blessed. So, all right, so we've gotten the strings off this bad boy, and let's get you pointed down here again at the work. Here we go. Right on. Hey Gary, what's up? Oh man, it's so good to see you, Gary. All right, so actually this is a bone nut that's in this. I can see that it's bone, but it's too short. We'll take a look at this. You see the height of this one and the height of this one, quite different. So it does have a pickup in it. So I need to determine the proper height for this saddle to go in here. This one is a little bit short. It's too narrow side to side. There's a slight gap on either end of this. So what I will do is get this positioned correctly. It's a compensated saddle. So I want to center that in the bridge, and then the two little ends here that there's a little gap there, so this thing will move side to side. You can probably see it right here that it's moving. What I'll do is I'll get this saddle adjusted to the proper height, and then I will use shims to fill in this area, and I'll probably end up dyeing them so that the saddle cannot move side to side. It's really important that you don't have movement, either tilting front to back this direction or moving side to side. That's not a good thing. If you happen to be playing and bump it, when you're bashing heavy metal. Hey, Lori, what's up? Welcome. I'm just working today. So let's see. Let's get a set of. I'm going to put some Earthwood 11s on this guitar. This is what this gentleman wanted. It's a very common gauge guitar string that I use quite often. And I'm going to just do this so that I can get the exact height that I need on the saddle. And I know y'all have probably seen. So let's put a low E on here. He tunes at 440. Oh, good grief. Okay, that's cool. I can see the chat today. I don't know what was up yesterday. Okay. Centered. Okay. All right. I'm going to try and keep talking to keep you all knowing I'm still paying attention. that E. Let's check my ear. Let's see. I can probably clip this. Let's see. Maybe. No, I can't. I can't, but I could probably set it there. Let me turn it on. I was almost at E. There we go. Now it's in tune. Now we'll take the high E and we'll put it on here. And before I got going on this, I took the strings that were on it and checked the neck relief on this guitar, and it was absolutely perfect. I did make one small adjustment to the truss rod to make absolutely perfect, but part of the process we go through doing this. 2, 3. Okay.
These two notes are of the ski one.
Come on.
And this one is part of the other.
There we go.
There's no rule that says that you can't.
And we'll snug this one up. If you don't own a string winder, get one. I missed that last comment. Oh, let's see. They're pretty close. All right, so now we will take our string gauge. We'll measure how it is here at the 12th fret, and it is right at 4/64 on both sides. And we want 5/64. Boy, that's awful. That's still low. I have to wonder if I put strings on this, if that action's going to come up. I might have just got really lucky with this saddle. That's what she said. I couldn't resist, Lori. You know, the thing is, I put so many strings on so many guitars and tune them up that my ear is knows where E is at. E at 440. I can't hit, although where I just tuned that up would have been about 432. So, you know, there is something to that whole concept. Tuning your guitars a little bit differently than the rest of the world, or most of the rest of the world. I don't care. All right, so what I just saw was that with this taller saddle, here's the original one again, and this taller one, which was about, I'd have to say, well, my original measurement was 3/64. Now it's sitting up right about 4.5. Sean, welcome. I'd have to say that this is probably 4/64 taller, which raised the string action 2/64 of an inch by adding that dimension here, 2/64. We have raised it 4/64, which brings the action here at the 12th fret up 2/64 of an inch, right? That's just how it works. And I'm guessing that this is going to be... They're not in tune, but I'm getting it. I could convert it to thousands. I was hoping I was going to have to take some off the bottom of this, but again, if I don't have to, I'm saving my customer a bunch of money because it takes I mean, not a bunch, but definitely takes a few minutes to sand the, you know, a few thousandths or a few 64ths off of the saddle, which is usually the case.
The major scale is based on.
And Gary, I will answer that question in just a moment. Okay. one of the greats in Lutheran. If you don't own one and you work on your own guitars, you can go buy one and get a digital one. They work great. Let's see. We're going to go 0, and we're going to go fractions of an inch. Or, let's see, yeah, fractions of an inch. 4, 5/64. Be 1/10. Boom. 4/64 of an inch is 1.68 millimeters, or 66 thousandths of an inch. Now, this is a micrometer, and it will measure down to literally 66 thousandths of an inch. So I need to convert fractions of an inch to, well, here's decimals or thousandths. Here's millimeters, I believe. Oh no, that is a fraction of an inch. What is that? 5.9 1/28, which is almost 4/64. And here's your fractions of an inch. I hope you can see that. Yeah. No math needed here, man. Hey, Doc, what's up, brother? All right. So when I'm putting strings on, I try and keep them as close to in tune as I can, just to keep the tension and everything right. On the fingerboard, you gotta make sure that tension's all good, so that the neck relief and everything is adding up correctly. Here we go. And I haven't cleaned this guitar up at all. I'll probably loosen the strings up and do a cleaning, but I'm kind of just moving right along. Who knows what the interval is between a D and a G string? Just curious. Doc, don't answer that question. 2, 3.
So this note, which is F sharp, and this note are the same note octave apart.
Never cut your strings off until you are absolutely done. If you cut these strings off before you're done, you will inevitably have to pull the strings off again, and you'll never get it back on there, or you'll struggle. The interval between the G and this B string, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is, oh, when the saints, oh, when, interval stuff, you know, like Ride the Lightning, that's a tritone interval by Metallica. The Superman theme, that's a perfect fifth. The Wedding song, it's a perfect fourth. If you can put songs that you're very familiar with together to be able to gauge what an interval. Hey, take it easy, Gary. Good to see you. Clayton, hello. What's up, Quentin? Hello. All right. I'm not building one. I'm repairing one, Mighty Whitey, but I appreciate you being here. Gary, have a good night. I'll be over for dinner tonight, man. All right, now we've got all the strings on this thing and tuned up pretty darn close to being in tune. Pretty darn close. Let's measure our string action at the 12th fret one more time, because now we've got a lot more tension pulling up on this headstock, right? It's pulling up on it. Let's see where our measurement is now. Holy smokes. Okay, I got really lucky with this saddle because it was literally cut. We're at 5/64 right here, which is where Les Paul would have set up his guitar. Gibson sets up their guitars at the factory, measured at 5/64 at the 12th fret and 4/64 at the 12th fret on the high or the treble E string. And this is dead on. So my work here is done. Actually, no, I do have to put some shims in the sides of this saddle. I'll glue those in. We'll pull the saddle back out of there, dye them, make sure it matches the color of the wood on the saddle, and we'll make that look nice. So now we're going to check the neck relief. Get capo. I am not a fan of capos, but in this case, they are the perfect tool for this. I'm going to set the neck relief. Let me see if I can get this where y'all can see what I'm up to here. You see Dave do this all the time, right, Uncle Dave?
You can be sort of on it,
Oh,
but be off just
okay.
by enough that
We need to bring the neck relief down just a little bit.
I don't mind if I go flat.
Got to tighten this truss rod ever so slightly. So we'll do that real quick. Let me bring you over here. All right. Let's get you a little closer. All right. We need to get this truss rod turned a bit. Now, in doing this, I'm really careful about making contact with my screwdriver on the strings. I don't want to nick the strings or put any blemishes in them because it's a weak spot at that point. So pull these. These screws have been stripped by somebody else. Really a bummer, but probably used like a big old number 2 screwdriver. I can see that the tip of that's been dinged up. Not unworkable, but somebody else pulled these screws out of here. And I want to pull this. There we go. Get the string out of there. Pull this screw out. I know, watching turn screws, really fun. Oh, let's see, what do we got? I think it's a 4 mil, might be a 5. This guitar being made in, doesn't say in there, but we're going to try a 4 mil first. And we needed, it is a 4 mil. Look at that, I guess. Hey, thanks, Lori. So I want to tighten this truss rod to lessen the amount of relief in the neck. So we're going to flatten the neck out just a little bit, and I'm going to give it just a little bit of a turn here. Okay. This is a dual action truss rod, so I can feel it move in the wrong direction on that one. Here we go. Yeah, that actually is going the right direction. Boy, it just got in the middle point of this truss rod where there's no tension on. Don't like that very much. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of when it comes to dual action truss rods. So I've moved it ever so slightly. So we'll check the neck relief one more time, which means we have to put the strings back in it, bring them up to tension. Oh. Oh man, this thing is so out of tune right now. I can't even.
Now you can actually play.
Let's see.
Think of starting notes, and you play
Let's check our neck relief. I know, using the junky old 12 thousandths of an inch. Let's see where our neck relief is at right now. And what I do is I fret the guitar back here, right where the neck meets the body, because as you turn the truss rod, this part doesn't move. So this isn't part of the equation when it comes to setting the neck relief. So the idea is to make contact here, and I can still tighten that a little bit. So, how about we do this? Let's tighten it up just a hair more. I think I need just that much more on this. And if you've never turned a truss rod in your guitar, it's something, if you're a guitarist, you should know how to do. Or take it into a tech like myself and have them do it for you. Again, this guitar has managed to be in a spot where, or the truss rod is now in a spot where there's no tension, and now I'm starting to feel a little tension on that. So I'm going to stop right there. We'll get this string back, and we'll check our neck relief one more time. I'm really trying to make sure I'm keeping y'all in the movie. Now we're talking. That might be a little bit low, but we're just making contact. I'm going to try that. And you know, this is one of the coolest parts of doing what I do, and that is, after I'm done working on one, I have to play them. So well, and I have not stretched these strings at all. Not at all. And here's something else that's really funny. I watch guys, a lot of guys on the internet, and they go to check, make sure there's no fret buzz, right? And they'll do something like, and you can't, how can you tell that there's string buzz going on? You can't. You can't hear the note long enough, nor are you hitting the frets accurately enough in most cases to be able to find it. cleaning up and sending her home. Something kind of real quick. It was kind of cool. This guy owns a bunch of guitars, many of them. He brought 4 of them in all at once to have me do some magic on them. So I've got a bunch of guitars that I have to work on for this guy, and I'm really grateful for the work. He was referred to me by another client of mine who lives in Baker City, Oregon, where they're about 45 minutes down the road. So that is awesome. I don't advertise aside from Facebook, YouTube. I'm making posts and pictures of my work. I don't advertise. Word of mouth is the best advertising you can hope for, and I am busy as busy. So, enough said about that. Let's loosen these strings up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my capo on here.
What we're doing,
And we'll just loosen these up.
I'd shoot for relatively small. And you can, when it comes
Woohoo!
to what we were doing,
Woohoo!
you know, that's
All right.
But learning to count to 10 does not express music. It does.
Most of these guys, this guy's guitars are really clean, by the way. They really are. He's taken really good care of his instruments.
The rules are
So I'm really grateful to him for that. I don't have to spend all day cleaning his guitars. Although this one did have a bunch of stuff like splattered all over it. I don't know what it was, but it all came off pretty good. Probably just sweat.
also the function of timing.
Okay. I've got these little gaps that I've got to fill here.
Choice. It rarely is melody
And
consecutive notes up a scale the way we are practicing. But that's okay. I mean, right now you want to get into where you know where the notes are. The good news is the easiest way to get melodic with it is to play less of it. And to
I don't
play
necessarily like doing that, but
more than
in some cases we have to. I'd really like to put bigger pegs in here for him. I'm not beating up the guitar. That was a plastic handle in my dikes hitting the guitar. Okay. Let's find
right. Practicing it consecutively.
one of the greatest tools in the history of tools.
Never practice.
Okay. We are gonna
So, now.
cut this
So the rules become this,
like that.
there is no rule.
Then,
Melody,
having done that,
you don't
got these little
necessarily
chips that
play
show up.
the next note in the scale when you play the next note. You can jump over notes. You can play the same note multiple times. Every time you
Gonna
play
drop
a
that
note,
in
it'll
there.
have to be a different note. That
It's
kind of stuff.
exactly the right
It takes
width.
a little while to get it burned into your gray matter because
There we go.
our analytics
And we'll take another
know
chip.
where everything is, and you have to know where everything is because hunting for it and hoping for happy accidents is will never pay off. But timing, one of the things
Okay.
about timing is that
Now we'll take a hammer here.
space.
I'm gonna drive this chip
Think about where to go next. Here's an example I used to use quite a bit.
down in there.
Let's see.
Boom. Look what happened.
I play.
Sometimes we've got to do stuff twice, and I need a larger chip for the opposite side. And all I'm doing here is making sure that the saddle is centered in the space.
Descending major scale, the do re mi scale backwards
Piece is too thick.
with a harmony note. Though I don't really know what
Now we're getting serious.
I know the shapes. You will be doing this also. This is, okay, but as far as the example of timing, I am now playing the exact same thing. The exact same thing.
Woohoo.
Spot.
Tiny pieces. Little dinky tiny pieces going here. Okay.
That's the importance of timing. Suddenly, this mathematical, you need to do it?
Okay.
Oh.
My watch is always telling me. Like, I'm breathing.
Well, yes, yeah.
I fell, or when I fall into the ice, there was doggy yanking on me.
Well, yes,
So I just let it start.
it is. It's the future.
Sometimes I get startled. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Not glue the saddle into place. This is just get a tiny drop of super glue on this to hold it in place where it belongs. So we're going to use a little tiny drop of CA glue. I'm not worried about getting CA glue on the surface because I can clean that off with the razor blade very, very easily.
So, record yourself. Just set your, maybe your watch. Can you record with your watch?
God, probably, but I'll just use my phone. I mean, somebody had to tell me that I could record on the phone.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I have an iPad. They say, what?
Like that.
So, okay, so record. Some
Make up some
simple
chords,
like that.
and if you can, yeah, and if you can.
And just like that.
Record yourself for like.
Now, I'll let that set for just a few seconds here before I hit it with some accelerator.
Because
Those lined up just perfect also. That was great.
I mean, you're improvising.
I don't want this super glue to turn all white
One of the things that you
on
don't
me.
have happen is just starting to see something.
All right.
And it stops. And I mean, you can always start over again.
Doing a little cleaning while I'm at it.
G, C, D,
Now that bridge comes out. Okay. We will take a file. Where's my file?
Good.
Where'd my file go?
I know. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well.
Right.
Pulled my file. Pulled a vanishing act on me.
The shapes,
Well, here's what we'll do.
they all have shapes. Yeah. They all have shapes, and the shapes get a little more complicated. The beauty of these shapes is they repeat the same shape multiple times.
I can do the shape thing.
Yeah.
It's just zipping around, just random. Here, from I know.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And really, even with those more complicated shapes,
Because
a matter of-
eventually I'll have to use all my.
yeah. Yep.
That
The pinky.
need some my markers. There they are.
Good.
Gonna hit this with a mahogany color first, just to see.
Good. 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 That's what we like to hear. Oh, yeah.
But now I'm gonna go over once a week as soon as we get take the house, and I'm gonna go put it on.
Great.
And the vanishing act happens.
Oh, it's the, you know, I made so much progress with this stuff. When I started hanging out with Mike Manley, you feel free to, anytime you like, feel free to call him Shifty Mitch, Shifty Mitch.
Alright, let's get a little
Because
scrapage.
what we'll do is just what you
bit of
and
this.
Lisa do is one of you strums the chords, the other one plays the notes, and then without stopping, the person playing the notes starts playing the chords, and the other person starts playing the notes. And I mean, we go for
Invisible.
an hour and 15 minutes doing. In fact, we did a lot of down by the river,
And
you know.
reinstall.
E minor and that was E minor and A back and forth, and the minor version of the pentatonic.
The saddle.
We would go. I mean,
Much problem solved.
we were also young teenagers drinking beer out in a lot. But you know,
All right.
just getting
Ow.
comfortable with
While we're at it,
something out the chords. And
let's get the dust off of here.
And then switching without stopping, and trying to find stuff and hear stuff and chase it down. And the other guys, you know, working on different chops for the chords. Yes.
In 1975, we were at the Sumter Valley Days in the evening, and the bar was getting down. He was playing the fiddle up something up.
Oh, was
We
it?
never have forgotten that.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and then now it's like, well, we don't do that.
Okay. There's that.
Well, that's right.
This fingerboard is in really good shape. I believe it's
Never got that.
rosewood. Pretty certain it's rosewood. It's a very dark piece of rosewood.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's Indian rosewood. It's not Brazilian. Time to
They're all snapped in.
put the old oil on her.
Glad you wrote that stuff down.
Ow.
See ya.
Hey, you have a great week.
You too.
We'll
Will
see
do.
you next
Bye.
week. Al, you out of here?
I'm out of here. I'll see you next week.
All right. Drive safely.
Okay.
Get there fast. Drive safe.
Great job, Dina. Every time I ask that, it's Greg Allman.
That dude that just walked out of this store is one of the finest guitar instructors in the world. That's just my humble opinion. I've known that man for a long time, and he absolutely blows my mind every time I get to hear him play a guitar. It is incredible. I'm so lucky. He does lessons here at our shop, usually 4 days a week. He's got students in here, so it's really cool to get to visit with him and talk with him, talk shop with him. He's a pretty cool dude. Now I've got to get this oil. It's not wanting to go down into that gap right there. I'm using unboiled linseed oil. I'd never used the boiled stuff. I never have. It doesn't matter. This stuff just takes a little longer to dry. That's really the only difference between the boiled and the unboiled stuff. Most of the time I hold on to a guitar 24 hours after I'm done working on them because I like to make sure nothing bites back. The truss rod doesn't do something weird hanging in the shop overnight. That way I know when I give it back to my client that they're not going to have their guitar all wacky and not what I did to it. So I like to hang on to them for about 24 hours after I'm done setting them up. And usually the clock affords me the opportunity to do that. All right. Wipe it on, wipe it off. Don't leave a bunch of oil sitting on your fingerboard. It'll turn real clear, almost like you use tongue oil or something like that, like on a gun stock. And it just becomes uncomfortable and sticky, in my humble opinion, of the guitar. Little remnants of my paper towel sticking in this bad boy. Let's get that out of there. Yep. Oh man, I can almost pick this guitar up with this saddle. It's in there good. I love it. That's how I like it. All right. String her back up. Tune her back up. Before I do that, nice. There we go. How much time do I have into this thing? I've been on live for about 45 minutes, and that's pretty normal for doing a saddle on an instrument. Just to do a replacement of a saddle, and then I do the normal oil and stuff to get it guitar protected. I'm going to save this, keep this wood protected. Pretty common amount of time. Not sure. I think. Oh, come on. There we go. What a mess. I think my buddy Preston Smith is going to go live tonight on YouTube. I think. Maybe it's. Maybe not. I don't know if it's tonight. Can't remember. I think Richard does his normal Wednesday night hangout. I think Metalhead Hippie's on a little later on this evening. He might be on right now. I don't know. A couple of normal weekly shows that happen on YouTube that you can catch some interesting playing, some interesting bands, some interesting music. Mondays at 6. Mondays at 6, Ron Ward has his homegrown indie live on the news channel, an episode of last week. Yeah, Doc, I bet you are. Hey, Violet, hey, how are you doing? Violet, where are you located? I'm going to call you Violet because I don't know your real name. I hope that's okay. Hey. Oh, you're in Australia too. Okay. Oh, that's nice to know. Okay. Oh, Hippie's not doing a show tonight. Is he feeling okay? Give me some heads up on that. Okay. Violet, have you met Mark by any chance? I mean, Melbourne has what, 6 million people? Hey, Hugh, thank you. Okay, cool. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that. I hope he's doing all right. I haven't been at his show. I haven't been on at his show. I don't go by very often anymore. I'm so busy doing other stuff. Hey, Zach, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Hugh, buddy, were you doing the same thing today? Or are you doing the same thing today? Okay. Okay. Man, I hope someday, not I hope, I will shake Mark Tanner's hand one day. rod cover back on here. I'm going to clean this off a little bit. All these fine little details we got to do. Okay, time for a new rag. A new do-rag. Dollar store right here, baby. I'd pay $1 for 2 of these things. That's my work day is quickly coming to an end, man. I blink and it's 5 o'clock already. We're here from 11 to 6, Monday through Sunday. Okay. Oh, Richard, did you get hurt, buddy? I sure hope not. I hope you're doing okay. Woohoo. Oh, you took a tumble on Sunday. Okay. All right, buddy. Call me if you need anything. I have friends in low places, bro. My live stream yesterday got demonetized because we play music here. It's a music store, and the artists who we play don't want their music heard by, you know, the millions of people that watch my channel, apparently. Today's will get demonetized also because we got background music playing here at our music store. We're an actual music store. We still sell records and CDs. Time to stretch it. Whew, my ear still works. Hugh, am I doing okay? Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. It's amazing. I mean, it's funny how my channel hit 1,000 subs, and so I can monetize it if I want to, as if I'm ever going to make a dime off of anything I do on my channel. But I do have a couple videos that have like 30 or 40,000 views, which is kind of cool. But I'm doing all right. Okay, Hugh. I'm just stretching the hell out of them. I hate giving. No, I don't hate anything. I don't like giving a guitar back to a customer and them to have to spend days re-stretching the strings that I already stretched. And with brand new strings, I can usually get. These Ernie balls are really great. They don't change a lot on the stretching part of them, but that was a half step of stretch out of that one string, and a lot of videos, but what you've been watching me do is exactly how I stretch every string on every guitar. I set out and I give it a good tug. I don't worry about the nut. I don't worry about the saddle. I just give it a tug. And I'm squeezing my fingers at the same time, so the string is being bent, not only stretched up, but it's being bent also by me putting force on that string. I was able to stretch that much metal, almost a full step. Doing a song with Jack. I wonder if I can see that again. Can I see that? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I have not I haven't had anything really like that happen. Most of my subs have come from the guitar repair videos, to be honest. But somebody felt like it was important for them to make a couple of posts on Facebook, I believe, and a couple of friends had done that. After that, my channel grew. I've had well over 200 new subscribers in the last 24 hours. So, you know, I haven't relied on anything, you know, the I'll Eat Bopta people that did all the response videos for that and that sort of thing. I mean, it's cool. It'll get you a lot of subs. There we go. Oh, yeah, well, we have about 4, 5, 6 songs that are in the process of being recorded right now.
Marshall, I'm leaving it up to
Yeah.
you. You okay? Don't you walk up and leave it unlocked.
I'll be all right. I'm just finishing up this. It's 6 o'clock already?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, it's just one of those days where it was slow as shit, but everybody was busier than shit.
The phone was ringing off the hook
Yes.
today. When you left, I was like nonstop on the phone the whole
Yeah.
time.
And
Amazing.
we sold that mixer to Mark, you know. But we
Oh,
didn't
cool.
get
He
paid.
did get that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so. Did those work? Good
I
for you?
started to take your glasses.
All right. I'm going to get out of here in just a few
All
minutes.
right.
So.
Don't forget to lock up, Marshall.
I will not. All right. Yeah, I haven't really relied on any kind of real help. Other people have promoted my music and such. And the fact that I got to work with Jack has been really, really fun. He and I have a really interesting connection, and I'm sure that Doc, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. He and I have written several songs together, just the two of us. Nobody's heard any of it yet. It just has been a real, because when he and I, yeah, that was the man right there. He and I, yeah. Okay. Hey, Charlie, welcome, brother. I didn't know you were here. Okay. Yeah. So it's interesting how Jack and I have worked together. We have done one cover together that hasn't been released yet, along with a bunch of other guys. Hugh knows one of them. It's been like almost like working in the same room with a band when it comes to Jack. I'll come up with a guitar riff, you know, and he's always write the next greatest guitar riff. dude, ask somebody to do that. You know, it's like, I don't know if I can write the next greatest guitar riff. And it looks like I've been on for about an hour, and I'm just about ready to get off work. Although I'm going to work a little late tonight because I have no guitar students tonight, which is kind of cool. But Jack has been really, really fun to work with because I'll send him a WAV file, and he'll give it a listen with no lyrics, and he'll almost within minutes write me back. You know about that, Hugh. I know you do. And he'll be like, you know, that is a cool riff, but the second part there, I just don't feel that. Can you you know, do something different with that? And he'll kind of like maybe even rattle off a little melody, you know, or something kind of chuggy, or you know, he'll ask me to do something, and I'll grab my acoustic guitar while we're on a chat, and I'll play something, and he'll either go, no, that's not what I'm. Try something else. Try something else. You know, we're not sitting in the same room together working like a band would do, like we've all done in bands that we've played. And if you've had the wonderful opportunity to do that, I've played in, yeah, I don't even know how many real bands. And he'll, okay, that sounds good. And then the next thing I know, I'm pushing record and recording a new part for a song. Yeah. So it's been really, really fun to have that type of interaction with him. Mark Tanner's been very similar with that. And, you know, we end up mixing a song 350 times, and that's just how it goes to get them to sound right. That's a lie. We don't mix 350 times. It's 352 times. 352.8 times. So that's kind of our usual MO. But Jack's been really fun to work with, and I think that he was probably a very pivotal person in getting me up to that 1,000 mark. I was only, I think, 10 subscribers away from that 1,000 mark, so that was really cool. And I'm up near, I don't know, 1,120 or something today. Kind of interesting. Mark, it's great to see you, man. I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're feeling well. Good morning, I think. Good afternoon. And here I am, leaning on a, I don't know, I think this guitar probably retails in the $800 range, I would guess. Boy, this thing is just beautiful. Look at this guitar. I'm going to turn some light on. We've done a couple in 10 mixes. Look at this thing. I mean, of course, it's all nice and clean and shiny now that I've just gotten done with it. And I still have the strings on there. Right? So now I gotta sit down and give this thing a strum. We'll get you pointed in the right direction. Yeah, we do get them done sometimes pretty quickly. dang nice. I haven't plugged it in yet. I have no idea. Let's see. Oh, this has got a mono and a stereo. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So, stereo electronics out of this thing. That is sweet. How cool is that? Wow, some interesting. Man, wow, this thing sounds amazing plugged in. Wow, holy smokes, amazing. Make sure the phase. Wow. Let's see. This has an eSonic 2 electronics package in it. eSonic 2 from Epiphone, I believe. It's the Shadow Nanomeg. And I am not certain what the hell is going on with this, but I'm guessing that there's a microphone in here. Let's find out. I'm going to look at the guts of this guitar, see what's going on here. Okay, so it's got, oh yeah, there's a microphone inside here. That is sweet. This thing sounds amazing, man. This is some great electronics in an acoustic guitar. Oh, and yeah, if you're going to work on guitars, go buy one of these. Here, in your face. Yeah, go get one. You need to be able to get your guitar picks out of your guitar if you drop them in there. Holy smokes. Alright, so after all that, bending notes on this acoustic guitar, having put strings on it, you saw me do it. It was less than 20 minutes, about 20 minutes ago when I finally pulled all the strings, stretched them all. Holy, this thing is holding tune real nicely. And I'm doing 3-fret bends, so I'm bending. And that string is, it's a big reason why I play them a lot when I'm done actually working on them. Number one, I love to play, but number two, it breaks the strings in really, really well so that the guy that owns the guitar doesn't have to do all this and get his guitar home and it goes out of tune the moment he does a... Now I've done that a couple times. So we're still... Who bends like that on an acoustic guitar? Yeah. Who bends 3 frets on an acoustic guitar? Who would ever need to do that, right? E7 augmented ninth. We had a discussion about this the other night. The Jimi Hendrix Cord? Yes. Doc, it is an Ej200ce, exactly. Yeah. So you got the old Jimi Hendrix Cord, right? But Falco, if you're still here, I hope you watch this because, you know, the A position power chord that we've learned, the bar chord, just move your pointer finger forward 1 fret, right? And then put your pointer finger on the 11th fret. And now you have the Jimi Hendrix Chord. Versus playing it here. It's just another voice in a real simple way. Bar the 3 and kind of cool. That was the E Aeolian mode. I'm going to switch to D Mixolydian. And then I'm going to switch to C Lydian. To Mixolydian. By my side, I'm contemplating suicide, torn from all my pride. Man told me, son, that ain't the way. Gonna make a deal with you, child. Gonna live another day. You sign right here, son. Everything will be alright. Ain't nothing I wouldn't do. Owing everything for you. Your love's growing old and never true. Therefore, I have sold my soul for you. I was told by this man to be worth my while. Turn me to my woman, turn me to my style. It's all I ask for in this life. Whatever's wrong, son, he told me he'd make it right. alright. Just sign right here, child. Everything will be alright. Ain't nothing I wouldn't do. I want everything for you. Your love's gonna know they never know. Therefore, I have sold my soul for you. I gotta get going, you guys. My battery's about dead on my phone. Thanks for hanging with me, setting up this Epiphone. It's all done. It's gonna go home for one final thing that I do when I get done working on a guitar. Is the last thing that I do. I am going to probably go dead here in any moment. Cut the strings off. Cut them right next to the machine heads. Don't leave a bunch of strings sticking out so you can poke your damn finger. That's just dumb. Cut them off right next to the machine head. There you go. I'm sure most of you do that, but I do see guitars with the little tab sticking out, and it's like, oh my God, you like getting poked in the finger. I've been poked very, very few times, honestly. There you go. She's done, ready to go home. Peace, y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. Oh yeah, brother. All right, you guys. See y'all later. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to bring a better camera in, and I'll be doing these live streams from my bench a lot more often. So, have a great night. Peace, y'all.